Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Could you have the clerk report House Committee Sub to House Bill 241?
Clerk, please report.
House Committee Substitute 1 to House Bill 241.
Gentleman from Jackson.
I move adoption of House Committee Sub to House Bill 241.
Motion is for the adoption of House Committee Substitute 1. Is there any discussion of the committee substitute? Seeing none, those in favor signify by voting aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. House Committee Substitute 1 is adopted. Gentleman from Jackson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What House Bill 241 does with the committee sub, we'll start off with the committee sub. What the committee sub does is it allows the Commissioner of Education to grant up to 5 disaster weather days, disaster relief days, and part of that committee sub requires that in order to receive calamity days on June 4th, that the district must have first added time to their schedule. The goal of our bill, of House Bill 241, was to give our school districts a little bit of relief since they've been experiencing so much extreme weather this year. It will allow a district to count time in the seat as opposed to days attended. In my job as principal, I'd much rather have my kids in the seat for an extra 15 or 30 minutes per day as opposed to other options. And what this bill will do will allow our districts to choose the variable calendar, which will require them to still, each student to spend 1,062 hours in the seats, which will eliminate that 170-day requirement. School at the end of June is not a good experience. And we're just trying to make sure that we're trying to make a bad situation as good as possible. I'm in favor of this bill, and we've had a lot of work with a lot of different individuals. I've talked to a lot of superintendents. We have some districts in eastern Kentucky, especially recently, who are really struggling. I checked this morning with the commissioner, and as of right now, out of our 170 districts in the state, 64 of those are already out of their NTI days. And another 40 of those have one more remaining. And we have districts, as you all are well aware of, that may not be able to attend school for another week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even months due to the flooding. So what this bill will do will give these districts a little bit of relief, and it will give the commissioner the opportunity to excuse some days for extreme situations. I've learned a lot about the way things work here in Kentucky in working on this bill. Currently, our commissioner does not have the ability to allow a district who has one school flooded, but the other schools are in good shape. He does not have the ability to allow that district to go virtual and the other kids to go in person. So I look for in the future, maybe we can change some of these statutes that we have or guidelines that we have to where we can give our commissioner the ability to make some of these tougher decisions. And in working with him over the last couple of weeks on this bill, I trust him that he has the best interest of our kids at heart. So if there are no questions, I move passage of House Bill 241 as amended by House Committee Sub.